I'm Jason Hutton in the West Michigan area with a high school football preview, and we start on this side of the state with the two-time defending state champs in Division II, Mona Shores. Now, the Sailors graduated the electric Brady Rose, who did it all for them, both at quarterback and at safety. He's off to Ferris State. The Sailors did lose a talented senior class, but they returned some solid players. Mark Konechny ready to take over the reins at quarterback from Rose. He's different. He's not as elusive running the football. He can still run it, but he can throw it as well. Konechny's really good and certainly a player to keep an eye on, and a big reason why Mona Shores has a chance at a three-peat.
We're still a run-first team. Obviously I'm not going to be able to run the ball as well as Brady, but I can do some things differently than he can, like put the ball in the air better than what he's had before. But we're still going to run the ball. We're still going to run our veer, power options. But I think we're going to throw the ball a little bit more this year.
They also return outstanding players like senior running back and linebacker Elijah Johnson, Elijah Farnham, and then Dimitri Roberson. So Mona Shores is certainly a team to watch in Division II. Another two-time defending state champion, Grand Rapids Catholic Central. The Cougars, of course, winning in Division IV in 2019, Division V last year. They'll play Division V this year and have to be considered the team to beat in the state. They return an outstanding quarterback in Joey Silveri. It'll be his third year under center running the Cougars show. He's outstanding. Dual threat. Can run it, can throw it.
It is a little bit different because you got to set the standard and expectation for the young guys to look up to. But one thing we always talk about is, anybody can be a leader. And, I felt like I've been a leader the last couple of years. And, we got guys like Nolan Ziegler have been leaders too, and John Passima. So we got to step up for sure, but I'm not feeling too much pressure for it.
They also bring back Nolan Ziegler, the Notre Dame commit, who's been super good on defense the last couple of years for the Cougars. I expect we'll see a little bit more of him on offense this year as well. Calvin Christian and the OK Silver did not field a varsity team in 2020 due to low numbers. They were able to have a junior varsity team. Now they're bringing it back to varsity football. They're still going to be young, but they've got a nucleus of juniors. That junior class really going to lead the Squires back onto the football field this fall.
Having these guys together, working since they were in 5th grade together is making a huge difference for us, instead of kind of just pulling kids out year by year just to get them out to play 1 year. So we're trying to rebuild the whole tradition of the whole program is kind of what we're working on.
We go to the OK Red, the biggest schools in our area. You've got Rockford, who went undefeated against OK Red opponents a year ago, made it all the way to the Division I state semifinals. Now it's year 2 with Brett Cummings as head coach. They bring in Jason Vanderlaan, the two-time Harlan Hill Award winner at Ferris State, to be the offensive coordinator replacing Kyle Short. They have Zach Ahern back at quarterback. You're going to be a little bit younger on the offensive and defensive lines, but Rockford still has talent, and I think still the team to beat in the OK Red, and maybe could make a run when it comes to playoff time in Division I. Staying in the OK Red, new head coaches will be a big theme as well. Pat Collins wins the state championship just last year at Montague. In fact, he won 3 state titles at his alma mater. He leaves the Wildcats program, now the head coach at West Ottawa. The Panthers have lost their last 17 games, have not won a game each of the last 2 seasons. Can he turn it around in West Ottawa?
It's just about guys that are eager and they're excited, and what's exciting is the growth. And so our strength is growth. Our strength is guys that are willing to do what I'm asking about, getting better each day. Like they're just like, let's go. And I'm excited for that because you don't know where you're going to end up.
In the West Michigan Conference, you've got defending Division VI state champion Montague, who's just been a power over the last 15 plus years. Justin Dennett is a first-year head coach. He takes over the reins. Not a ton of players at Montague, but they've got some really good guys. Andrew Cooey is the quarterback.
Coach Dennett's been a great coach. He's definitely filled in perfectly. Coach Collins said he'd want to leave us in the best hands possible, and I think he's done that tremendously with Coach Dennett being here. And that's the biggest thing. And I think Coach Dennett has really brought us. He's really brought us together as a team. Like Coach Collins did that, but Coach Dennett is definitely doing that too, and he's just been a great coach.
When you look at that White Lake area, Montague and Whitehall, 2 of the better teams expected to be in the West Michigan Conference. For the Vikings, they have the most experienced team they've had in a very long time. Whitehall with a bunch of returning starters. Coach Tony Sigmund excited about his group. Whitehall hasn't won a conference championship since 1999. They're thinking this might be the year.
We've always been in the top tier. And the tough part about being there is that when you try to get to the top of the mountain, is that the growth that needs to happen is very small. And that's what we're looking for this year. We're trying to make those small changes that really are going to set us apart.
In the Central States Activities Association Gold Division, Tri-County was an 8th seed in its district a year ago. Won 2 playoff games, got to the district final. It's the first time in school history they had ever won 2 playoff games in the same season. They have not won a conference title since 2003. But with 18 returning starters led by senior quarterback Tyler Tompkins, people in Viking country are thinking this could be a special year.
It's like reality hits you in the face, you know. It's like last year, you know, we had our fun. We went to the second round, you know, third round. But this year, it's like, all right, now we got to do something to be better than last year. You know, we got to one-up last year.
Portage Northern has a new head coach this fall. Pete Skirmerhorn, the legendary coach who was so good at his alma mater for so long, retires. Kurt Twitchell comes in. 7 years defensive coordinator at rival Portage Central. He's all in at Portage Northern now. Just another wrinkle to that Portage Central Portage Northern rivalry, which will be fun to watch. The Huskies will have high expectations, as they always do.
We talked about with our kids the other day how pressure can be a good thing. Now, if you let it get to a certain point where, you know, it breaks you down, well, you know, think about this. We're standing on the shoulders, too, of the people that came before us here. So, you know, expectations are high, and a little bit of pressure. Probably if you're not feeling a little bit of pressure, then something's probably wrong. So, feeling good about where we're at right now. I'm looking forward to getting started week 1.
In the Southwest 10, we have defending Division 8 state champion Centreville, the Bulldogs. That great run in 2020. Now, they lost a good senior class, but they bring back some outstanding players, led by Tyler SWANWICK, who played wide receiver and had that big game in the state championship game. He's now going to move to quarterback.
We have a lot of good seniors this year. We have like, what, 15, I think? 14, 15 seniors this year coming up. A lot of returning starters. I mean, obviously me, the only returning starter on defense, that's going to be a little tough, but we have a lot of good guys coming up, so I think we're going to be all right.
One of the Bulldogs' top rivals, Mendon, will not be on the schedule this year. That's because the 12-time state championship program has made the move to 8-player football.
This was a decision that was probably about 2 years in the making. You know, we probably could have went last year, but with the COVID and everything going on, we just decided to stick it out. But we felt like this was the right time to do it, and the attitude of the kids has been absolutely outstanding, and they're excited about it. And there's good energy here at practice, so it's not like they're moping around. You know, these kids are excited, and they're just excited to go out and play football.
That's what we look like on the west side of the state. Going to be a fun ride in 2021.